Right, we're going to talk a little bit about add-ons. Everybody understands that add-ons are really an indication of whether or not we are providing customer service and we're giving the customer everything they need to use the product that they're purchasing to its full extent. We're going to spend a little time here and we're going to talk about 4 or 5 different categories. Talk a little bit about memory. We're going to talk about speed of memory. We're going to talk a little bit about flashes. We're going to talk about the new XLF50 that sells for $99 and how you can demonstrate and show that product with customers. Lenses, we're going to talk about 3 or 4 basic things we need to know about lenses. Filters, which we're really doing a terrific job on. We're going to spend a little time on filters. The free printer promotion, as well as paper and USB. And finally, we're going to talk about power, extra battery, and some of the ways that you can show customer the value in, making that additional purchase and how it might be a benefit to them to do so. As everybody knows, our goal has been around $100. We are currently, as a company, somewhere around $104. Our belief is that if we can do half of what we're capable of, $125 is pretty reasonable. So we're in a little bit different location today. We're in beautiful Plano, Texas. We're going to talk a little bit about add-ons, okay? And I have Cheri here with me. Cheri's going to spend a little time with me. She's been with us. How long have you been with us?
5 years now.
5 years, okay? So a lot of experience. Hopefully she'll show me a few things in the process. Okay, Cheri, first thing I want to talk about is memory, okay? All right. Tell me if you think I'm on the right track, okay? We really can, you talk about digital SLRs first, we kind of have like 3, we have 2 or 3 basic customers. One is kind of your first time digital SLR buyer. Comes in the store, they're a little concerned about it being complicated, they're a little concerned about it being too big, okay? And they're a little concerned about the fact that they have to spend $500, okay? We've talked about a little bit about probably most of these customers have already bought 2 or 3 point and shoots at least, okay?
At least.
So they've spent $600 or $700 on cameras and they buy one every year or so, okay? So if they make a purchase of a digital SLR, typically that's going to last them a longer period of time. So it's kind of a pay me now, pay me later scenario, okay? The other thing that we talked about a little bit was the fact that if you make it easy to operate and kind of put it in the customer's hand and show them how it works automatically and how fast it can take pictures and all that good stuff, it kind of overcomes that fear of ease of use, okay? And then the size factor, we hope that we can't make it any smaller. It is what it is. But we hope the benefit of some of the things that we can demonstrate as far as picture taking that we've done in some of the earlier videos would be able to show enough value that the customer would see that that's the right thing for them, okay? But when it comes to memory cards, okay, there really are 3 options. One, I guess, is what I would call the speed version, okay? And on this particular camera, we're probably able to get around 25 shots with the standard Rich Pix type card, okay, which is, about 4 or 5 times download speed, okay, that we should be able to get without showing any significant slowdown in the camera. So your typical customer, that's really going to suit their needs in a multi-pack, whether that's a 2-pack or a 3-pack, which both sell for around $40, okay? And then the second option would be, I guess, where you're a little more advanced. Your second segment goes a little bit more advanced. They're probably in that D80, D300, or a 30D or 40D, Canon customer. Okay, that we have some that download as fast as 40 megabytes per second. Those customers would really be able to get some probably in the 100 photo range, just continuous shooting, just holding the button down and not show any lag or slowdown in the camera by purchasing something like this. And this really, this really is a value at, this particular one being 4 gig sells for $99, okay? And that's the Extreme 4. And I guess the next customer would be customers that are also going to shoot video, okay? So most of the HD camcorders that we sell have expandable slots so that you can expand the memory. And this particular card will capture 1080, okay? It will also do, it's 4 gig card, okay?
Got a delivery back there.
And it records to about 60 minutes in standard HD, 13 frames per second, and 9 megabytes per second download, okay? So really speed, I guess, depending on what kind of camera they're gonna buy. But we've got an assortment of memory that we should be able to sell to just about any customer, right?
Yes.
So is there anything that we're missing or anything that you think that is different than kind of what I've gone through?
No?
Okay, all right, great. I guess, so what we probably should do is have either a multi-pack of either a 2 or 4 gig, which gives them also the advantage of hooking up on rich pigs. Okay, the newer ones will have a label on here that shows it puts an icon on there that shows them the ability to upload to rich pigs so they can print their pictures. And then we have the extreme versions of SanDisk, which are the high speed, and then SanDisk video. Okay, so what do you think if we should probably be able to get one of those 3 cards at just about every camera customer?
Yes, we should.
Okay, so somewhere between $40 and $90 as far as a retail on that would put us at $40. So what else would we want to sell a customer, you think, as far as an add-on or something that they would need?
Most people are going to need a flash. It's
Okay.
got to be a flash.
All right. All right, for purposes of demonstration, I guess, which really this is kind of demonstrable, we have the XLF50, it's a new quantum array flash. Hopefully it's in the store. It comes in a Canon and a Nikon mount. We have a Pentax? Only Canon and Nikon, okay? And in this, why would I want to add this? First of all, we probably ought to have it on the at least the D40 or the XSI and have it on the product. But why would I want one of those?
A flash of this size on an entry-level point-and-shoot style camera is going to be your typical mom-dad scenario, and when they're doing pictures of the kids in the house, these little flashes aren't going to light up the room. It's going to wash them out. They're going to have no control over it whatsoever.
Okay.
With this, the kids' faces are going to look more natural in color. It's going to cover distance, and it's just going to be an overall better effect.
Okay. Is that something that we can show a customer? Can we demonstrate that?
Yes.
How would we do that? Can you do that for me?
Sure. Okay, use you.
We can use me. You want me to back up? I'll back up, or you can back up.
Usually, with the kids are in the store, that makes a great scenario. We plop them down in front of the TVs, and we shoot them there,
Okay.
which is nice. All right, so this is going to be, let's see here, no flash,
Okay.
indoors.
Okay, so we would take one picture with no flash.
One with no flash.
Okay.
And then turn this one on, wait for it to. I haven't used this one before, waiting for the light. There we go. This is going to be with the flash straight ahead.
Okay.
And we're going to take one more with a little bit of bounce.
And what does that bounce do for you? I mean, you have to pull that out on there, right?
Yeah, you have to
Pop it out.
like that. If you're in a low room, it's going to bounce off the ceiling and illuminate a larger group of people. If you have like 4 or 5 people in front of the fireplace or whatever, it's just going to provide more light
Okay.
than what I've seen.
Terrific.
There we go. Did it fire?
Okay, could we now take a look and see?
Here's the playback. There's no flash.
Right?
Skin tone looks a lot better
Yep.
with the with the add-on flash, and then illuminated from the top. So as you can tell, it doesn't have as much shine. It's got a little bit of shine right here. If you bounce it up a little bit, it illuminates shine.
Terrific. Okay. Well, say we've talked about memory, we talked about the flash. I think that's a great value. Okay. What else would the customer need?
Every mom that I ever talk to wants more Zoom. Their kids are on the soccer field. They need Zoom.
Okay. So what camera or what lens would you, what do you think is a great value as far as a lens, zoom lens?
Well, right now with the Nikon, with the vibration reduction, extra lens of the D60 right now, that can't be beat. If it's Canon, the Canon's got some great additional lenses. Connery also makes an 18 to 200 with the image stabilization and without. So there's a couple of options if they don't want to change lenses. Like a lot of moms don't have time to worry about being at their 18 to 55 and all of a sudden putting on their 55 to 200.
So not changing it out.
Yeah.
It kind of gives them a good all-around lens.
Yes.
So what you're saying is we need to make sure that every customer's aware of whether that be IS or VR, they need to be made aware. Is that something that you can demonstrate or show?
Yes.
Yeah, how do you do that?
Pull it out of the box and off the shelf. What do we got here? This is the Canon.
That's a quantum array.
I don't need all the
That's
other.
the Canon mount. Nikon.
All I need to do is just have pictures. Something.
Yeah, I mean, if you have, as far as small and portable, in a picture of
You know, that's something like that would actually appeal to first-time SLR users because they're not accustomed to changing lenses. So if we give them an option of something that's actually going to give them all the zoom they'll need without having to change anything, I think they're going to be much happier.
The only thing with this one is autofocus on this lens.
Okay.
This will not autofocus. So on an 18 to 200,
If it's the OS version, it'll autofocus.
it'll autofocus, but this particular model will not. On a Nikon. On
Okay.
Canon, it will.
So we do have two versions of Quantum-Ray 18 to 200. We have an OS
And non.
and a non. The OS will autofocus.
Autofocus, yes.
Your standard is a manual focus.
That's correct.
Okay. What's the difference in price between OS and the standard focus?
The standard focus is $329. The OS is $529.
Okay, so it's about 200 bucks. Okay. So if I'm buying a D60 or D40, usually every insert that we run, there's a promotion for $150 that adds a 55 to 200 that allows you to get vibration reduction.
Yes.
VR lens with the Nikon. So both of those things are important. Okay, so really what we're looking at, I guess, is on the lens side, we're looking for wide angle, and your 18 would give you pretty good wide angle. It would also give you good zoom, okay? And it's a pretty well all-rounded lens, so you only really have to have one lens in the bag
That's
with you. You don't
correct.
have to change them all the time.
That's correct.
Okay, so those would always be kind of benefits in the lens category. Okay, so in your experience, if you're selling a customer either their first digital SLR or kind of your advanced amateur, how many times out of 10 do you think that either VR upgrade or to a supplemental lens can happen?
95% of the time.
95%?
For $50 extra on the VR on the Nikon end, everybody wants it. Everybody's heard they have to have it.
Okay, so customers are pretty educated about it.
Yeah.
As long as we recommend it, talk about it, should be pretty good ratio, attachment ratio. Okay, terrific. Okay.
Is there something like?
How about filters?
Filters. I always recommend two. The two most important ones are being your UV and a circular polarizer. If they're doing the two lens kit with the Nikon, buy two, get one free. They get extra UV for their extra lens for free.
Okay, so you would get two of these and buy it, and you get the extra one for your second lens for free.
That's correct, that's correct.
Okay, that's a great deal.
Now, there are some who are a little bit more budget conscious. They like the twin pack
Okay.
and the twin pack.
And a twin pack.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have this option or the twin pack option if they're budget minded. Okay. Very good. Okay. All right. How about the extra battery? Let's see. We have a Nikon battery or a Canon battery, and we have a Quantum-Ray battery. Okay. The Quantum-Ray looks like it's about $10 less.
Correct.
The Quantum-Ray has a 1-year warranty. This has 90 days.
Yes.
Okay. And this has a longer memory life than this one does.
Correct.
So it looks like that one would be the best value for the customer. Why would a customer want the extra battery?
They're traveling
Okay.
and have access to the charge, to charge it in. When you're out at a soccer game, soccer tournament, a battery may stay charged for 300 shots. You've got a memory card that'll hold 1,000 photos. You're going to need that extra battery to get you through the tournament.
Okay, so 300 shot standard on a battery. You're at a soccer tournament or on vacation. You need that extra battery to to fill the card up. Okay, very good. Okay. All right, and then we do a nice job with printers. Okay. What do you usually tell a customer relative to the printer offer? What do you usually say?
Show them the printers that are available that's free after the mail-in rebate. We talk about like the HP All-in-One, which is a great office one. If they're looking for photo quality, the Canon, the 4500, great print quality. We also talk about that they do not come with a USB cable. We've got the gold tip USB cable in the package. That's anywhere else retails for about $30.
Okay.
Ours is $10. We've got it with a promotion with the buy one pack of paper and get one free. So you get 2 packs of paper for about 40 sheets and the USB cable for $20.
Okay. So you have a photo print quality printer, you have an all-in-one for a business customer. USB is $10 compared to $30. It doesn't come with it in the box, right? And then on the paper promotion, you can buy one and get one free. So it's kind of a 50% off, okay? So I guess in summary, if let's just say that we averaged $40 for a memory card, okay? So we got the memory card, which probably ought to be like 100% of the time, right?
Yeah.
Okay? And let's say the flash, let's say we get the flash, we do the demo, we get the flash half the time, that's another $100. So now we're at 140. You get the lens upgrade, which is going to be probably average out to about $100, okay? So now we're at 240, okay? And then the filters are going to average between $30 to $40. Okay, you buy two, you get one free. They're 20 bucks a piece, right? Okay, so it's going to average about, or this one at $40, okay, or 29. I think we start out there, $31.99. Okay, so now we're at $270. You got a printer, that's $100 bucks. Okay, so we're now at $390. Okay, and if we got the extra battery, we're at $420. So it seems like to me that $125 ought to be on a digital SLR. It probably ought to be more like $250 rather than $125.
Easy.
Okay. So I guess the next question you ask yourself is if we talk about a point and shoot. Okay. Because you know we still have a majority of our customers are point and shoot customers. Okay. So if a typical customer now, what, they're buying a $199, kind of $200 price range on the point and shoot. So what do they absolutely necessarily, they have to have a memory card, right?
Memory card, yeah.
Okay. So is there any reason or any reason that they wouldn't need a memory card?
A lot of times they're replacing an existing camera that already has
Has memory
SD
card?
cards. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And we
And
still mentioned the great deal that we've got on the 2-pack, because if they're going to do a higher megapixel camera than what they're upgrading from, probably like a 5 or 6 megapixel, it's going to eat up more space. And the movies are much better quality now, so they're going to need an extra memory card for movies.
right, so if they're going to do video, it would make sense to have a newer, probably faster card too than what maybe some of the older ones
When you
are.
figure a camera that they've had for that, 5 megapixels is probably a good 3 or 4 years old, you're going to need to upgrade on the memory card as well.
Okay. So what else would I need with this?
Again, a battery.
Okay.
Those batteries only last maybe 200 shots. If you went on vacation, that's not a whole lot of shooting in one day. A lot of the Gorilla Pods are really popular right now, the little flexible tripods. And
What's the price on it? Do we have one of those?
They're right there.
Okay.
I think they start at 19 for the smaller one.
Okay. And what are they using these for?
Oh, you can put them on, like if you're at a ball game,
Uh-huh.
you could wrap this around the fence. It hangs onto the fence and your camera's supported nicely. That way you can get in the shot at the house on the stair banister, the railing, do a group shot. They hang on just about anything.
So they attach them to banisters in the hallway for family portraits or at sporting events on railing or whatever.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. Okay. All right. What else do we have? We got a battery.
Flip screen. Bought a little flip screen for
Okay. It's like the pop-up shade. version.
Pop-up shade. These cameras are getting thinner, screens are getting bigger, there's no viewfinder. Also, these small cameras do not come with protection for the LCD screen, so if you're throwing it in your bag, it's going to get scratched.
Okay.
So this flip screen will help shield where you can see your pictures in bright sunlight, plus it's going to keep your LCD screen from being scratched on the nicked.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. All right. And then how many cameras do we have that come with a bag? Do most of them come with any kind of protective cover?
No.
Okay, so at least we would want something that would, if they don't want to go with a full bulky bag, particularly if they're going to put it in a purse or something, at least something that covers it up, shields it, that's thin would be a good additional necessity that they'd have to have. So, if we talk about a battery for this, that's still going to run them about 40 bucks. Okay, let's say we get a bag protection for 10 bucks, so we're at 50. Okay, pop-up shades are 20. Now we're at $80.
Printer,
A printer, we're at
$180.
$180. What else?
The USB?
The USB at $10, so we're at $190, and then the paper another
So if I wanted to.
$15. Okay. So almost $200 on a point and shoot. But it seems like to me that if we really do a great job being customer friendly, building relationships, talk to people about the things that they're going to need to either protect it or use it to its fullest extent, $125 per camera would be pretty easy.